If you've ever stood in the pet food aisle staring at dozens of colorful bags, wondering which one is truly best for your dog, you're not alone. Many dog owners are now turning to homemade meals as a healthier and more natural option for their pets. But let us be clear right from the start, just because food is homemade doesn't automatically make it healthy. Dogs have very specific nutritional needs, and feeding them random table scraps or unbalanced meals can actually cause more harm than good. That's why in this video, we're going to walk through how to prepare homemade dog food recipes that are not only delicious, but also genuinely healthy for your furry friend. One of the main reasons people choose homemade dog food is control. You get to decide exactly what goes into your dog's bowl, no hidden fillers, artificial preservatives, or byproducts that you often find in store-bought kibble. You can also tailor recipes to your dog's unique needs, whether they require low-fat meals, high-protein diets, or limited ingredients to allergies. And if your dog has a sensitive stomach, homemade food can often be easier to digest compared to highly processed commercial foods. But before we jump into recipes, it's important to understand what a healthy homemade diet should look like. Dogs are omnivores, meaning they need a balanced mix of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats, along with essential vitamins and minerals. A well-balanced homemade meal contains about 40% protein from meat, poultry, or fish, 50% vegetables and healthy grains, and about 10% healthy fats and oils. This balance ensures your dog gets enough energy while supporting muscle growth, a shiny coat, and overall health. Let's start with one of the easiest and most popular homemade recipes, chicken and rice. This recipe is a lifesaver for dogs with upset stomachs or digestive issues because it's gentle, simple, and nourishing. All you need is boiled chicken breast, plain white rice, and a few dog-safe vegetables like carrots or peas. Chop everything into bite-sized pieces, mix it together, and you've got a meal that's not only soothing, but also packed with lean protein and easily digestible carbs. While this recipe works well for short-term feeding, or when your dog isn't feeling their best, it shouldn't be the only meal you feed long-term since it lacks some essential nutrients. Another great recipe is beef and sweet potato stew. Start with lean ground beef or cubed beef. Cook it until browned, and then add chopped sweet potatoes, green beans, and spinach. Simmer everything together in a bit of low-sodium broth until the veggies are tender. Sweet potatoes are not only tasty, but are also a fantastic source of fiber and beta-carotene, which supports eye health. Spinach and green beans bring in essential vitamins, while beef provides the protein and iron your dog needs to stay strong and energetic. This meal is hearty, balanced, and something many dogs absolutely love. If your dog enjoys fish, a salmon and quinoa recipe is a fantastic option. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are excellent for skin, coat, and joint health. Quinoa, unlike some other grains, is gluten-free and provides a complete protein, meaning it contains all essential amino acids. Pair this with chopped zucchini and a handful of blueberries for added antioxidants. Not only will this meal support your dog's immune system, but it also tastes amazing, yes, even to picky eaters. Now, while these recipes sound delicious, one key thing to remember is that supplementation is often necessary when feeding homemade diets long-term. Dogs require calcium, taurine, and certain vitamins that may not always be present in the right amounts through homemade meals alone. Many vets recommend adding a canine-specific multivitamin or powdered supplement to ensure nutritional completeness. Never rely on human vitamins, since some can be toxic to dogs. At this point, you might be wondering, aren't homemade meals expensive and time-consuming? The truth is, with a little planning, they don't have to be. Cooking larger batches and freezing portions can save you both time and money. Plus, when you compare the cost of high-end dog food brands to fresh homemade meals, the difference is often not as big as you'd expect. And considering the potential health benefits, fewer vet visits, better digestion, and improved energy, it can actually be an investment in your dog's long-term health. When preparing homemade meals, variety is key. Feeding the same ingredients every day can leave nutritional gaps, just like if humans ate the same meal over and over again. Rotating proteins like chicken, beef, turkey, salmon, and even lamb ensures your dog gets a wide range of amino acids and minerals. Similarly, switching between vegetables such as carrots, broccoli, pumpkin, and leafy greens helps cover different vitamin needs. The more diversity you include over time, the more balanced your dog's diet becomes. One fun recipe you can try is turkey and pumpkin casserole. Lean ground turkey provides high-quality protein, while pumpkin is excellent for digestion and gut health thanks to its natural fiber. Add in brown rice for energy and a bit of olive oil for healthy fats, and you've created a meal that supports both your dog's energy and digestive health. Most dogs also love the slightly sweet flavor of pumpkin, making this recipe a crowd pleaser for picky eaters. For dogs that are more active and need higher energy meals, you can create a chicken, barley, and vegetable mix. Barley is a slow-digesting carbohydrate that provides lasting energy, perfect for working breeds or dogs who love long walks. Combine it with chicken thighs, peas, carrots, and a splash of fish oil, and you've got a nutrient-packed bowl that fuels both muscles and stamina. Of course, while many human foods are safe for dogs, there are some you should never include in homemade meals. Onions, garlic, grapes, raisins, chocolate, and anything with xylitol are toxic to dogs and must be strictly avoided. Even foods like avocado, nuts, or too much salt can cause health problems. Sticking to dog-safe ingredients is the golden rule of cooking for your pet. When in doubt, always double-check with your veterinarian before introducing a new ingredient. Portion size is another crucial element of feeding homemade food. Just like people, dogs come in all shapes and sizes, and their calorie needs vary depending on age, weight, and activity level. A growing puppy or an athletic breed may need more calories, while a senior or less active dog will need fewer. A general guideline is to feed homemade food at about 2–3% of your dog's body weight daily, but this should always be adjusted to maintain a healthy weight. If your dog starts gaining or losing too much weight, it's a sign to fine-tune the portions. Transitioning your dog from commercial food to homemade meals should always be done gradually. Start by mixing a small amount of homemade food into their regular kibble and increase the ratio over the course of a week or two. This helps avoid digestive upset and allows your dog's stomach to adapt to the new diet. Keep an eye on their stool, energy levels, and overall behavior during the transition, as these are good indicators of how well they're adjusting. Finally, let's talk about one of the biggest benefits of homemade dog food: connection. Preparing meals for your dog can be a bonding experience. You're not just feeding them, you're taking an active role in their health and happiness. Many pet parents say they feel more confident and reassured knowing exactly what their dog is eating every day. And when you see the results: shinier coats, more energy, fewer digestive problems, it becomes even more rewarding. Homemade dog food isn't just about recipes, it's about creating a healthier, more personalized lifestyle for your best friend. When done correctly, it can be one of the most impactful choices you make for their well-being. With balanced ingredients, safe cooking practices, and proper supplementation, you can ensure your dog thrives on a diet that's as natural as your love for them. So, whether it's chicken and rice for a sensitive stomach, beef stew for energy, or salmon and quinoa for coat health, these recipes prove that homemade meals can be both practical and powerful. Just remember, balance is everything, and working with your vet ensures your furry companion gets the best of both worlds: the love of home-cooked meals and the science of proper nutrition.